What's up, guys? Sometimes it's best that you just get things off your chest and you let them stop burdening you. And I've been carrying this one for way too long. At counseling, they want you, if possible, to work through the trauma with the people that you developed the trauma with. But this is real life, and that's not always how things play out. But I had to get this out. It's been destroying me for like the last 4 years. So wait till you hear it. A writer couldn't come up with shit more disgusting or juicier than this. So it's the day after Christmas. My child is up here from Kentucky, even though all the court orders say that my brother is not to be around my daughter because of his past history. My mother trumps those orders and was bringing my daughter around my little brother. It was set up that I was going to be bringing my daughter up to her next part of the vacation, which is up in Franklin County. And I was supposed to be driving with my mother to drop Allison off to those people. And that's a perfect situation for me because that means that I get to be with Allison for the very end of her visit with us. And the last moment that she's with us, I get to hug her, kiss her, and say goodbye and wish her on her way. My mother took that away from me and acted like it was nothing. She's like, well, I'm going to be driving up there with your aunt. And I'm like, well, that's cool. I'll go up too. And she's like, no, your aunt don't want you going. I was upset. I only get so much time allowed with my daughter anyway. And then I've already had it planned that I'm going to be seeing her right before she leaves. And then with no discussion with me, that got yanked out from underneath me. And in addition to that, she said I couldn't because my aunt didn't want me to. Whatever. I was pissed. I started speaking on it. My little brother was like, we're not going to have that energy around my children. You're not going to be in here acting like that and getting loud around my child. I went and I smoked a cigarette. That's a reasonable thing to be requested, right? He kept on with it. Blah, 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 blah. And he's being loud himself. He's causing a scene. He's being ridiculous, talking about I'm not going to have that riffraff in front of my children. And then this kid pulls a fucking knife, puts it out like he's going to stab me, and threatens me after I don't want all that around my kid. Are you talking shit and trying to be in control of the situation, or do you really care about the well-being of your child? He was obviously talking shit. I know he's built like a bitch, so I closed the distance between him. My daughter was sadly right there when he pulled the knife on me, right next to him. I know he's built like a bitch. I closed the distance between them. Now suddenly that knife that was a weapon is just a piece of metal in his hand that he can't use because he's built like a bitch. He proceeded to try to fight me. He doesn't know how to throw a punch correctly. Every time he punches, he stomps his foot like a WWE wrestler. He ended up getting me like in a really weird headlock. He thought it was a chokehold. I stood there comfortably and let him get tired because I didn't want to destroy everything in my mother's house. After the fact, Carl, my brother, he's having a nervous breakdown. He's all shaky. My mother's having a nervous breakdown. She's all shaky. My daughter's hiding in a bedroom behind a closed door, and I'm the only one that's got a calm demeanor because I did all that time in prison. When shit like that happens, I go from being shaky to still. So I'm the only one in the house that has like the correct mind among them. Everyone else is in freaking crisis mode. Even though Carl was the one that attacked me, it got decided that I was the person to leave the house, and my stepfather brought me to leave. Here's where things get really, really weird. Carl decided to have a child with a girl whose father used to sexually molest me when I was 4 years old. It was my neighbor. I don't know where my parents were when it was going on, but that man, his name is Jonathan Davis? I don't know. His last name's Davis. I don't really need to remember that name. But this dude, who knows where my parents were, used to diddle me at his house. My brother had a kid with the diddler's daughter. I wanted, since my mother already wasn't following the order of protection against Carl, and Carl's obviously doing dangerous things in front of my daughter, I wanted to go get a real order of protection and keep my daughter safe and get justice for myself. My mother was currently raising Carl's son because Carl didn't have his shit together either. My mother told me that I could not go to the troopers and press charges against my brother pulling the knife on me and then assaulting me because then that child could end up with the same person that sexually molested me. My mother told me I could not get justice in 2021 because I was raped in 1984 by the neighbor. You see me getting a little more. I swear on my daughter's life, I have documentation to prove that everything that I'm saying is true. I'm not trying to play the victim and be like, boo-hoo, poor me. But yeah, my mother wouldn't let me do the right thing and get justice and a stay away order for my brother. My brother's currently in prison for pulling a weapon on somebody and then assaulting them. I think I had a reason to warrant danger and to go through with that because my brother's currently in prison for the exact same fucking thing with someone else. The only reason these people even know that that Davis guy was a sexual deviant is because he molested me. So my mother wouldn't let me get justice for me and my daughter in 2021 because in 1984 I was raped by the neighbor. I know this is a wild story. I know there's a lot of layers to it. Now it's off my chest. I'm not a victim. No one was wrong, but everything that I just told you is absolutely factually true. So now that the kid's no longer there and these themes are repeating, I got to go to the fucking sheriff's office with all this proof that this shit happened, the statute of limitations are still here, and then have my brother have the charges pressed finally, and I can't have it held against me that I was raped when I was young. Wild stories, right? I have to start getting this shit out my chest. I'm doing perfect in life right now. I have had this roof over my head for 5 years. I have a car. I'm collecting material things. I'm not on drugs. I am able to communicate fairly well with people. I don't think I stuttered too much in this video, but these are the type of themes that I'm dealing against. If you think that story is crazy, that shit don't even touch the surface of the other shit that's coming. But yeah, I couldn't get justice in 2021 because I got raped in 1984. If you come from a clan that does anything correctly or it mirrors what you've read in books or saw on TV, go hug and kiss those people right now and say thank you. Because that's not the story that everyone gets, and that's not the life that everyone gets. So if you have people in your life that are loyal and treat you correctly, tell them that you love them and thank them right now. Hope everyone's having a great day. I got that shit off my chest finally. I'll be back to talk about more stuff. Have a good one, guys.